Okay, awesome. Just a second more here. Okay. Hi, hello. Why am I muted? Welcome to Magical Monday Manifestations. I'm Valorie Lewis, and on Mondays we get together for guidance from the divine so that we can set up our weeks to be creators and not just falling into the week and reacting to what life throws at us. So we can kind of take control, step into our power, and create and manifest our week. So this week, first of all, let me start by telling everyone, I want to re-announce and re-let everyone know, for those of you in the Denver area or who have the ability to travel to Denver, I will be in Denver for an extended period, extended for me, in June. I will be in Denver from the 8th through the 19th, but let me talk about what I'm doing when I'm in Denver so that hopefully some of you can come out and meet me. On Denver 10th, which is a Saturday, I will be at the Sacred Way Fair, which I believe is in Arvada. Yes, Jillian is telling me yes. Sacred Way Fair, it's all over Facebook, and you can find links on my Facebook page, Goddess with an Attitude on Facebook. So I will be a reader at the Sacred Way Fair. On the 11th, there is an Awkwardly Zen event at the Distillery, which is a local bar there, but we are going to have readers there. I will be one of the readers with Awkwardly Zen on the 11th, on the 10th too, but on the 11th at the Distillery, we will be doing readings that evening. And then the following weekend on the 17th, I'm super excited, I will be a featured reader again for the second year in a row at Violet Rain's Discover Your Spiritual Gifts, which is a metaphysical shop. I highly suggest you check out the shop for the weekend of the fair. They're running 10% off everything in the shop. It's a wonderful metaphysical shop. And then I will be a featured reader there on that Saturday. So those are the three events that I will be reading at in Denver. I hope you all can come out to meet me there. And speaking of Denver, I got a surprise for y'all today. Jacqueline, wave Jacqueline. Everyone knows Jacqueline. Jacqueline is my co-host. Jillian's also my co-host, but today Jacqueline is my co-host and she will be helping read today. She will be stepping in and reading some of the tarot cards and some of the oracle cards for today's events. And that's to prepare her and introduce you all to her, because she will be stepping in on one of the days that I am gone in June to host Magical Monday Manifestations for me. So I wanted you all to have a chance to meet her. So with all of that being said, I think I've covered all the bases. Jacqueline is going to start off by pulling some tarot cards for us. And so she'll get the ball rolling with tarot cards, and then I'll jump in and we'll switch back and forth when we get to the oracle cards. So I'm going to turn it over to Jacqueline and let her get this started this morning.
Okay, good morning, or wherever you are. Hello to everyone. So I would like everyone to ground themselves in whatever way you feel most comfortable to do so. I suggest you taking a deep, slow breath in through your nose and then hold it at the top for a few seconds, and then a slow breath out through your mouth. Let's do that. Feel yourself grounding into the present moment. Call back your energies from wherever they might be. Call your energies back to you. And now that we're in this present moment, what we need to do now is to kind of set some intentions. Why are you here? What do you want to know this morning? What do you want the divine to let you know? Do you want guidance? Do you want clarity? Do you want some understanding? So set an intention of what you want this morning. Also, allow yourself to connect with the divine for any messages to come through. Of course, for your highest and best good. So we've set the intention. Now you allow yourself to receive. Take another Slow, deep breath in. Blow it out, nice and slow. Okay. I'm ready. Are you ready? Let's see what the divine has for us this morning. Am I nervous? Of course I'm nervous. I'm sitting beside Valorie Lewis. Of course I'm nervous. This is her show. This is her morning.
It'll be fun.
But I also have the divine here with me. So here we go. 5 cards first. And then I'll turn them over. Okay, divine. First card. 6 of Wands. That's a beautiful card. And we know wands have to do, can you see that? Nice and close. Wands have to do with passion, with our creativity. This woman looks like she's all excited, and look at the divine that's coming down to meet her. The white divine, spiritual, coming down to meet her. Oh, wow. So 6s. So what do 6s mean to us? Usually they mean cooperation. They can mean harmony. And they can even mean, I don't know, I feel like it's healing. It looks like she loves being on the stage. And for her to be on the stage doing what she loves the most, and maybe in this respect, she is performing, but those lights that are hitting her, those lights down from the above, she's just soaking that in, and she's receiving some healing today. And this creativity that she loves to do. When I see this, I think of my spiritual gifts, and I think of my spiritual things that light me up. And I think of being on a stage and wishing I was performing like I used to do when I was much younger. So what are we trying to do? What are we wishing we did more of? What lights us up? So let's put this card down and see where this leads us. What's the next card? 6 of Wands. Wow, we're sticking with wands. Queen of Wands. Boy, this is a happy lady. She looks like she's not wearing the crown, but she should be wearing the crown. She looks so relaxed, and she's got power in her hands. She's got creativity in spades here. It's beautiful. Yeah, that does look like you, doesn't it, Valerie? It does look like you. Creativity. Candles all around her. Happy. Holding the wand up. She's so full of joy. We need to do more of things that bring us joy. Boy, wow. Wands. 2 wands. Anything else, Spirit? You know how in summer, in warm weather, it's our time to get out and do things? It's our time to be even more creative and be a little bit more courageous. And I'm feeling this for myself more than anything, that I need to be more courageous and be more creative and get out there and just do it. And so even doing this morning is kind of, setting a precedent, I think. Trying something new. Here we go. Oh my gosh. 4 of Wands. I did shuffle these. I shuffled about 30 times already this morning, but 4 of Wands. Wow. These girls are dancing, they're celebrating. Maybe that's what we should be doing more dancing, having more fun, more movement. And with every one of these wand cards, I keep seeing more of the spirit, these little white flicks of spirit everywhere. Spirit is all through our creativity. There's no slowing us down. Now, remember, we're just finishing off May and taking us into June. Most of the kids are out of school or will be out soon if they're not out of school. So maybe this is the summer. Maybe this is our summer. Okay. What's coming next? It can't be another wand. Is it another wand? Nope. It's not another wand, but it's okay. 7 of Swords. 7. What I see, first of all, is that raven or that crow with a big open caw, big beak wide open. Of course, I do see the guy in the background kind of slinkering in, running away or checking things out. And since swords have to do with our thoughts, 7. Reassessment. How about instead of assessment or reassess or assessment, I'm getting more of the word control. Something I try to do a lot of, and that is control things. But this beak being wide open, that bird's got a lot to say. I don't know if anyone's listening, but maybe we should be listening. Or maybe that's our problem. We do listen to what other people say too much. The 7 of Swords. So why is he looking over? And what is he looking at? He's in the moonlight. He's kind of crouched down. The swords are our thoughts. I see another crow over here, and it's cawing also, but it doesn't have quite as big of a loud voice as this one. They're wanting to let us know, or someone know, that this guy's around. I'm not getting any reason why that's tied in with all this celebration, but maybe I will. Maybe it still will come. So what's the 5th card? And then we'll try to tie things in. Wow. The World. Number 21. The World. That's another wonderful card. The world just keeps going round and round. How things turn out is up to how we deal with things as the world goes around. But she looks quite happy. She's looking up into the spiritual again, but big smile on her face. So we have 3 wands, 6 of wands, the Queen of Wands, the 4 of Wands. Wow. Creativity. Getting out and doing things that we're not used to. So many wands. Then we jumped to 7 of Swords. With this bird having a lot to say. But is he listening? Or should we be listening? That's the question. And then we end with the World card. It is kind of hard to get the
glare.
the glare off these things.
My eternal struggle, yes.
Yeah. So what do you suggest, Valorie, when it comes to, in the middle of all the wands, we have a squawking crow or raven, and then the World card. What do you think what are you feeling about this card?
I love that. Well, actually, when you got to the third wand, I was like, man, that's a lot of fire energy. And then I remembered that this Friday, Saturday, Sunday, this weekend is the new moon in Sagittarius.
Yes.
So no wonder we have a bunch of fire energy. I'm all about that fire energy and the creativity. I'm definitely feeling that. So I love that. The Seven of Swords, that's interesting right there in the middle.
Yeah.
And that squawking bird. I think you were right on with the interpretation. That bird definitely has something to say, and it is swords. So our thoughts, maybe it's time to dismiss those pervasive thoughts that are always squawking, or listen to them. Like you said, it's definitely calling our attention to those thoughts that are ever present, whether it's we've been ignoring them for too long and we need to listen to them, or we've been listening to them too much and we need to quiet them. I think it kind of depends on the person, but definitely there. Yeah.
Yeah. And I just can't, my eyes just keep going right back to this big beak.
Yeah.
And then it ends with the world.
And that makes perfect sense because we're kind of wrapping up the end of spring and moving into summer. So yeah, I love it.
I think it's wonderful.
Yes. Nevermore.
Oh, Stacy, you wanted to know the cards? Six of Wands, Queen of Wands, Four of Wands. Then we have the Seven of Swords and the World.
Awesome.
Thank you,
Jacqueline. That was wonderful. We're going to move on to doing oracle cards. And Jacqueline and I will kind of pass off back and forth for the oracle cards. That's a great start for our week. All of that wands energy, the fire energy. I am doing the moon ceremony this Friday, 2 p.m. Central Time. For those of y'all that join me for the moon ceremonies, it is not on Meetup yet. So I'm letting you know. I'm a little bit late in getting it posted. But yeah, thanks, Jacqueline. That was wonderful with the tarot cards. Okay. For oracle cards, I'm going to start with the manifestation deck, the Moonology manifestation deck. I thought that'd be a good place to start for Monday manifestations. And let's see what card we have. Interesting. I got two cards. I usually only get one card. I got two cards. Let's see what that's about. Now, again, when I pull from this moon manifestation deck, it's going to talk about the moon in the different phases. That's not where the moon is right now. These are just the energies that spirit wants us to be aware of. So the first one, last quarter moon in Cancer, take a breather. Take a breather. I hear you. I've been feeling extra tired. And I don't know if it's because I've been,
Me too.
I don't know if, and Jacqueline too. I was going to say, I don't know if it's been just because I've been in and out of the heat a lot, because heat makes me real tired. Or maybe it's just something in the collective energy. Let's see, last quarter moon in Cancer says, take a breather. I know Cancer is all about our emotions. Cancer to me is the most emotional, like wear their heart in the sleeve sign of the zodiac. For me personally, that's how I perceive them. Cancer is linked to the moon, so no wonder we have that big, beautiful moon there. And water, but let's see what it says even more. I'm going to tell you before I go to the book what I feel like it's saying. It's saying, rest up, catch your breath, because we got all of that wand energy coming this week. And with that full moon, we got a bunch of fire coming. You're going to feel go, go, go. You're going to feel like something has ignited you. You're going to, if that energy is uncomfortable, it might, like if you're an earth sign or even a water sign, it might be a little bit like, oh, jarring. If you're a fire sign like me, it's second nature. But it's saying this energy is coming, this fired up energy is coming. So take a breather first. Take a breather, rest up, especially when it comes to your emotions. I don't know why I'm getting such a hit on that. Maybe because it's Cancer. Take a breather. So if you've undergone any type of emotional unrest, and it doesn't have to be negative, maybe with the end of the school year, you went to, maybe like me, you went to a bunch of graduations, a lot of class completions, end of school year, whatever your situation is, it could have been positive, but it could have been very emotionally charged. So this is just saying, when it comes to your emotions, take a breather. Good, bad, negative, indifferent, take a breather, because we got fire energy coming. Let's see what else it says. You need to stop and revive. Emotional fatigue is as dangerous as physical fatigue if it becomes long-term. Interesting. See the beauty in life to refresh your heart. I like that. Manifesting magic. Jillian will like this part. These crystals work especially well for the sign of Cancer, for helping you rejuvenate and take a rest. And it's because we pulled the card in Cancer. Amazonite, blue apatite, rose quartz, red jade, moonstone, or jasper. So maybe sleep with one of those under your pillow, meditate with one of those. Your manifestation affirmation: love is all there is and I am love. So remember, this is a manifestation deck. So if you are trying to manifest something, shift something, change something, welcome something into your life, it might do you well to take a breather, take a rest, reassess. Remember, Jacqueline pulled that 7 of Swords, and one of the words that came to her was reassess. Maybe you just need to take a breather and reassess. And then the second card I got from the same deck, full moon in Scorpio. Didn't we just have a full moon in Scorpio? Or was it new moon in Scorpio? Anyway, breathe through the tension. So we have take a breath, and then we have breathe through the tension. Scorpio is all about those below the surface things, deeper than surface level, taboo, likes to get to the bottom of things. There is no bottom, but Scorpio is definitely not surface. So if you're experiencing any tension, it's saying breathe through the tension. With that Scorpio full moon, the energy, breathe through the tension. Balance your ability to caress with your need to be caressed. I would not think that would be a message coming from Scorpio, but there it is. Which one of y'all needs to be caressed? Which one of y'all ain't getting your feet rubbed? Sexual energy fires me up in a good way and helps me express my creativity too. That's your manifestation affirmation. Somebody's not getting laid. Okay, Spirit says it's okay to go get laid. That's the message from your internet psychic today. But you need to loosen up. You need to breathe through the tension. And some of that tension might be you just need to let loose. So y'all know what I mean by let loose. Partner or no partner, y'all can do it. I have faith in you. Release some of that tension in whatever way works best for you. The Scorpio moon is talking specifically about sexual tension, however that shows up for you. It doesn't necessarily have to be sex. It could be you as a sexual being. Do you feel beautiful? Is your body responding the way you want your body to respond? Are you in touch with feeling your full self? That's all sexual energy as well, which is all going to be fired up by this fire sign as well. So allow yourself to release some of that tension, whether you do it through dance or through singing. Those are all pseudo-sexual acts because it helps you feel fully alive. And that's what sexual in the modality of spirituality is all about, is really truly feeling alive in all your essence. So if you've got anything that's been repressed, go ahead and breathe through the tension as the card suggests. Take a breather, reassess things. That's what I have from my oracle card. I would like to hear from Jacqueline's oracle card. Could you pull from the no, not the shaman. What's the other one? I think you're muted.
You want one from
Gateway.
the enchanted?
Yes. Enchanted map. Yes.
Okay, let's see. So the deck is the Enchanted Map Oracle card from Colette Baron Reed's deck. Let's see. Okay. The card is, oh, let's try this.
Oh, I got you. Go ahead.
Okay. Dry desert. Card number 31. Let's see what 31 says. Dig deep for inspiration and truth. Now is the time to become resilient and adaptable. Is your life presenting you with opportunities that seem to yield nothing? Have your ideas dried up? Does it feel like you're on an endless journey through a hot, dry, lifeless desert? This card reminds you that there are times when you're meant to become resilient as you journey through harsher circumstances. And we do a lot of that. You're being required to conserve your energy until after consistent effort, you reach the oasis you're searching for. Consider the creatures that live in these conditions. In a desert, water is essential for life. Go deep within yourself. Find the truth that's there. Let spirit sustain you. Let spirit sustain you is what's resonating with me. We need to always go back to spirit for any extra assistance along the way. So don't worry about what type of a dry desert you might be in. Just always go back to spirit.
Love that. Thank you. And that lines up with the breathe through the tension too. Feels like somebody might be experiencing some kind of something, feeling some type of way. I know somebody said they weren't feeling well, and the message about resting, that's a good message for any time of day. That's always my go-to. So if something's feeling wonky, take a nap. If the nap don't fix it, then try something else. But yeah, so the dry desert, maybe some of us are feeling kind of lost in the wilderness. Hopefully it's not 40 days and 40 nights, because that would be way too much. But finding your way out sometimes is just about walking through. I heard a country song the other day. I love country music. That's the only music that plays in my car. Y'all just found out something new about me. That was talking about, if you're going through hell, keep on going. Wait till you get to the other side. I love that song because we tend to get one step into an uncomfortable situation and we freak out. Where if we had just kept going, we would have been through the other side. And that's a message that I need to take to heart myself. But that desert card and the breathe through the tension, I think, are telling us that whatever we might be facing collectively or individually, just keep going. Just keep going. And like Jacqueline said, spirit is with you every step of the way. So let me get back to, let's pull another card here. And this way I'm going to Dragon Path. Dragons remind me of fire energy, even though I know there are dragons that have nothing to do with fire, but dragons always remind me of fire energy. And since we have so many wands, I'm going to Dragon Path. This one's beautiful. Platinum, look at that. Look at the chakras. I know why this energy is coming up. I'm channeling Jillian. I was chatting with Jillian, and I know Jillian just did, unfortunately I missed it. Jillian just did a kick-ass event on the chakras and why seven chakras aren't enough. And then I pull a dragon with chakra energy. So of course that makes sense. Okay, so platinum. Let's see what this dragon has to say to us. 23. It's card number 23. Now, can I find it with the Roman numerals? Jesus. Platinum. Okay. Oh, this is interesting. His little phrase, he has a little phrase right by his name, and I'm going to read his whole thing. But his little phrase is, I am the keeper of secrets. And that reminds me of that Seven of Swords, because Seven of Swords is about, it's often about deception, but I don't like reading it as a deception card. It's more about something is hidden from view or what is hidden. So Keeper of Secrets lines up with Seven of Swords. Let's see. Ooh, this dragon is the guardian of the Atlantean temples. He connects to Saint Germain, and he's the record keeper of all events during the Atlantean era. Nice. He can take you to and bestow upon you the magic encompassed in that time. So Atlantean energy. His message is, I am the keeper of secrets, which are as old as the universe itself. I am here to impart this ancient knowledge to you for yourself and others. This wisdom has been hidden for eons and forgotten by many. Now is the time. Now is the time for these memories to resurface and for you to acquire ancient knowledge. I feel that in my soul, and not just from Atlantis, but also from Lemuria, but also from any type of ancient wisdom. I feel like all of that is being unlocked now. So I love, love, love that we pulled this card today. Like many things, this is the dragon still speaking. Like many things, these secrets have been hidden in plain view. All you need to do is ask to be reconnected to them. Okay, then it goes on to say, during meditation, platinum will show you what you need to learn and recall, bring you into full alignment with new chakra energy, and guide you through the chakra color system. He will make you aware of your healing potential, and connect with your abilities deeply, enabling you to clear the lower vibrations from your physical and spiritual bodies. Who was that said they weren't feeling well? And even those of us who said we've been feeling a little bit lethargic, connect with the energy of this dragon, because it will make you aware of your healing potentials and connect you with your abilities deeply, enabling you to clear the lower vibrations of your physical and spiritual bodies. So to me, that's talking about clearing away any illness we might be experiencing. And this is all paving the way for you to become a truly awesome spiritual warrior. I love that. Platinum. And now we know there are far more than 7 chakras. Look at how they pictured that top chakra. Isn't that beautiful? The giant crystal. Okay, so call in the energy of that dragon, or just the energy that spirit is saying is available to you right now. My selenite wand just fell in my wastebasket. That cannot be a good sign. Maybe it's saying clear the clutter. It's fine. My wastebasket just has a bunch of papers from paper crafting. So there's nothing gross in there. Okay. Let's move on. I'm going to read one more because I'm feeling the ancient wisdom vibe. I'm going to go to my new deck, Isis Oracle. And then after I read this card, I'm going to turn it over to Jacqueline so Jacqueline can pull another Oracle card. Connect to ancient wisdom for healing. And I feel like that's because we know how to heal ourselves. We used to all be healers. And then shit got industrialized and technologicalized. Yep, I just made that word up. And we kind of moved away from that healing. But it's all within us. It's all innate. Some of us need to have different aspects of our DNA reactivated, but some of us already have, and we're just not tapped into that yet. So yes, I definitely feel the resurgence of that wisdom that resides within us. I feel like a lot of times when people talk about ancient wisdom, and I myself am included in that, the old me used to think, oh, ancient wisdom, that's only accessible to those highly spiritual beings. What kind of training do I have to go through? How many years do I have to meditate in order to access ancient wisdom? Ancient wisdom is available to all of us. Do you want it in making that part of it's not something that's outside of yourself. It's something that's within you. It's almost like something that is coded within your DNA, because it is coded within your DNA, that you just need to flip the switch. You just need to activate it. It's not something you need to jump through a bunch of hoops and do a bunch of training to access. And this is regarding your own personal ancient wisdom. Let me be clear on that. If you're a practitioner and you're doing it for somebody else, then yes, training and all of that. But if you're just trying to access your own ability to heal yourself, that is within you and it's always been within you. Okay, enough of me. Isis Oracle. I pulled this the last time. Did I not shuffle? That's abundance of Sothis. I pulled that last week, and this is a brand new deck. I think maybe I need to shuffle again. I swear I shuffled and pulled that card. Let me shuffle again, y'all. Abundance of Sothis. I'm just gonna say, since it's up again, that's a reminder that we are all abundant, and we need to tap into that abundance wherever you are. Yeah, I'm dropping everything, all the cards. Those cards didn't want to play today. I'll just pull from the cards that are still in my hand. But abundance of Sothis, I'm just going to say a reminder, we need to tap into our own abundance. I'm pulling a second card, Wings of Isis. Uniting with the angelic self. This is Alana Fairchild's deck. I love her. But I will say from her decks, there's like a 2 to 3 page explanation on the Oracle cards. We're not going to read that whole thing. We are going to see what the gist of this card is. Wings of Isis. And so I'll just read the italicized paragraph at the top that's like the summary. It says you have a special spiritual relationship with the angelic worlds. Part of your soul purpose is to birth angelic consciousness and values such as fearlessness, compassion, and service into this human culture. This oracle brings you angelic assistance and intervention and confirmation that any impressions you may have had that you belong not only to the human kingdom, but also to the angelic one are correct. So any of y'all who thought maybe, yes, this is a definite yes. Let's see. If there's anything else that says, this oracle is also a confirmation that if you have been asking to connect with your angel, praying to a particular angel or archangel, or have been thinking more about angels lately, that genuine connection has been made between you and the angelic kingdom. The angels send you love and peace now and say, we are with you, beloved one. What a beautiful message. So the angels are with us. Okay, that's ancient wisdom right there for you. We went to that card to see what other ancient wisdom was available, and we're told that we are connected to the angelic realm. Call on that, call on your angels for whatever you might be going through in life right now. And I'm going to turn it over to Jacqueline to read another oracle card for us.
Okay, here's another deck by Colette Baron Reed, excuse me. Wisdom of the Oracle. Let me just... Okay. Well, 2 cards have fallen out. As I'm pulling one, 2 others fall out, so I'll leave the one and I'll take these 2. Okay, the first one, a leg up, and we have a polar bear with a little cub polar bear, and the little cub is trying to get up. Oh, and if you look over into my space, I'll put these 2 together. I have a picture of a polar bear with a cub. So now we have 2 polar bear mothers and their cubs. If you don't know, I'm from Canada, and actually I'm from Manitoba, Canada, northern Manitoba. So I love polar bears because we have polar bears where I grew up. But I didn't plan this, but a leg up. Well, obviously this little one needs some help with the leg up, and the card is number 34. Receiving help, delegating authority, interdependence. You've come to a point where going it alone is no longer optimal for you. Life is a way of presenting you with the perfect people to align with who you can who can give you a leg up during this next phase of your journey. Yeah, I've been told that over and over again lately. Help comes to you in all the areas of your life where you need a boost. The trick is to accept it when it comes. Yes. And this is one of the things is helping Valorie with Magical Monday, but obviously also with her helping me to get to reading tarot for others, which is kind of a nice idea too, rather than just for myself. But it's pretty cool that I have two polar bears and their cubs right beside each other. Okay, the other one that came up, how ironic for both of us, for both Valorie and myself, it says, clean it up. And now that the weather's turned nice, I keep saying, when it rains, one of these days when it rains, I'll clean up. It's nice weather now. I've waited all winter for it to be nice weather. So I haven't done very much around my place at all. So I think it's time, Valorie, for both of us and for everybody else out there, maybe it's time to clean things up. And this elk has got a broom in its mouth and it's cleaning things up. So I better start vacuuming and sweeping and getting some dust out of here. But it's a nice sunny day and I want to be outside. Anyway, clean it up. It says getting to the core of the situation, freedom from a burden, cleaning your house, sweeping away what is no longer needed. Okay, I think we get it. Get rid of stuff we don't need, but clean it up, everybody. It's time to do some spring cleaning, summer cleaning, spring cleaning. There we go. Back to you, Valorie, your turn.
I love it. Yes, I was just talking to Jacqueline about needing to clean my space energetically, but also physically. So that's right in line right there. Also, no, I'm not going to mention that because that's not relevant. I had a thought and it's gone, y'all. So must have not been true. All right, next deck, Oracle deck is Star Codes Astro Oracle. And the card we have is Leo, Shine. Isn't that a beautiful lion? I love the artwork in this deck. Leo, fire energy again, y'all, and shine. Leo does not need to be told to shine. Leo naturally shines. And that reminds me of that tarot card, the first tarot card. What was it? A Six of Wands with the gal on the stage and the spotlights were on her and her arms were up in the air. She was definitely shining. So this is a second message about shining. Shine for the benefit of all. Leo's lion symbol asks you to be brave, be visible, share from your heart, and warm all of those around you. Be visible. That's what stood out for me, because a lot of times we're like, yeah, I am shining, but how are you shining? Are you shining in your own house with the curtains pulled, with the darkening curtains on and nobody can see you shining? Or are you shining for the benefit of all? Because this is definitely asking us to step out of our comfort zone, because only a few of us are astrologically lined up with the Leo sign. We all have it in our charts, but this might be uncomfortable energy for you. Fire energy as a whole might be uncomfortable energy for you. When you hear the word shine, you might be like, well, do I have to? How do I do that? So this is asking you to step outside of your comfort zone. Spirit's message to us all is to shine for the benefit of all. If you have issues with shining for yourself and stepping into your own power, tack on that additional part of the sentence, for the benefit of all. It's not just about you, boo. I mean, most of it is. The world does revolve around you to a certain extent, but the gifts that you were bestowed upon you I'm not going to say they're not all for you, because we are given gifts for our own personal journey and for our own personal benefit. And once we use those gifts for ourselves and for our own benefit, and once we feel full on those gifts, then we can share those gifts with others. And shining for the benefit of others, I think personally, is part of what I came here for. So yeah, spend some time shining for yourself, but then open those curtains and make sure you're shining out into the world. Especially because that's our message this week, shining for the benefit of others, that Leo energy. Let's see. The challenge of this card, I'm gonna skip right to the meaning of it. If you're acting from a place of soul hunger, I have never heard that term before. Soul hunger. If you're acting from a place of soul hunger, you can mistakenly think that any attention from others will fill that gaping hole. Not all attention is good attention. Stubbornness, the fear of being wrong, or the desire to be seen as the leader may blind you to what is urgently needed. Melodrama can disconnect you from the real feelings involved because Leos have a tendency to be dramatic. So it's just warning you against the negative aspect. But the gift here of this Leo energy, love. Leo rules the heart. So bring your energy and intention into your heart and let this chakra become a beacon. There's chakra talk again. Honor the heart within each person you meet and watch the dynamics shift. Ooh, there's something we can practice this week. Working and operating from your heart space, but also no matter who you meet, whether it's a loved one, someone you have a challenge with, a complete stranger, see if you can take just a couple of seconds to open your heart space and connect to their heart space without speaking, just energetically, and see how that shifts the situation or the conversation or the segment you're getting ready to step into. So Leo energy. All right, back to you, Jacqueline. What do you have for us from Oracle cards?
Okay, now we're jumping to my deck of the Mystical Shaman Oracle. And I'm just shuffling. Okay, let's see what I pull. Okay. Another crow. Crows, crows, crows. So what does this have to say? Let's see what this one, number 13, 1-3. Crow is the keeper of universal law, the law of truth. Crow teaches us to walk our talk, to find congruence between who we say we are and who we really know ourselves to be. When you speak the truth and practice truth, eventually everything you say becomes true. Your power to co-create with the truth is the universal law. Correct what is untrue in your life without judgment. Let the truth set you free. Woo. Let the truth set you free. So that other raven or crow in the tarot deck was talking about truth. Obviously had a lot to say. So we're on the second dark bird. So let's get some truth happening. Okay. Correct what is untrue in your life without judgment. Let the truth set you free. Wow. Okay. All right.
All right. Thank you.
Welcome.
Okay. Next, we're going to, of course, unicorns. Oracle of the Unicorns. And the card that I pulled is Balance. That looks like a little baby unicorn fowl. And look at all the butterflies, butterflies for transformation. In the small print, it says, take time to relax. That's the second time we have gotten that message, or maybe the third time, because we got breathe, and then we got breathe through the tension. And then this one is balance. Even though it's talking about balance, the first thing it says is take time to relax. And then it also says indulge a little more or less. Set boundaries with your work. This unicorn, there is an area of imbalance in your life that needs addressing so you can lift yourself up into the happiness and health. Moderation is the key to feeling good. This may relate to work, play, spending, saving, exercising, resting, being social, or spending time alone. If you've been working hard, staying up late to get things done, guilty, working on weekends, guilty, or not taking breaks, then this is a call to set a better balance between work and personal time. If you've been following a strict diet and are feeling deprived, this card encourages you to relax a little and find healthier ways to treat yourself without overdoing it. Equally, if you've been indulging a bit too much, it's time to take control and honor your body with healthier foods, exercise, and rest. Strict diet and are feeling deprived. I want to go back to that because diet should not make you feel deprived in any way. In any way. And if you are feeling deprived by your diet, I would suggest, of course, this is not medically mandated diets. These are diets that we impose upon ourselves. If the doctor is telling you to diet in a certain way, please follow your doctor's instructions. But for those diets that we impose upon ourselves, it is not the divine's intention that we ever experience deprivation or struggle or strife, even when we're trying to better ourselves. There is always a path of joy. If you are trying to diet for whatever reason, just to be healthier, to improve your fitness, for whatever reason you are trying to diet, this is a reminder, and not just diet, any health plan, anything, that there is always a path of joy. Find that path of joy. You do not have to suffer in order to be healthier, because then what's the point? Then you've just added a whole bunch of stress. Maybe you have a healthy body, but you got all this stress because you just suffered to get there. So it's never, ever supposed to be about suffering or deprivation or lack. So there's always, no matter what your goal is, there is always a path of joy. Find that path. And if you can't find it by yourself, go into meditation. Your guides will tell you. Your guides will clearly tell you what that path needs to be. So balance. Let's see, what else does it say? In whichever area you need to create balance, be sure to look under the surface for any emotional causes for your behavior. Now that reminds me of that Scorpio card. Remember, the Scorpio card was about resting, but it was also about breathe through the tension. So it's about looking beneath the surface to see if there's emotional causes for your behavior. Often there can be a belief that needs releasing, or a wound that needs healing before you can enjoy moderation and be more gentle with yourself. I see that. When you find your own point of balance, you will feel happier, healthier, and have the energy to get out and enjoy life even more. Balance. I love it. Okay. Thank you, Jacqueline, so much. Did you have one more card?
No, I don't. I just wanted to say thank you for allowing me to join everyone in their world this morning, into their mornings or their days. And yeah, thank you, everyone.
Absolutely. Okay, so I'm going to pull one more card, but before I do, what should the last card be from? Before I pull from the last deck, I know what deck it's going to be. I just don't see it. Found it. Before I pull from the last deck, I want to remind you all, again, I just put my Facebook page. For those of you who are on Facebook, please go to my Facebook page and like and follow that. That's where I have posted all the updates about what's coming up for me in June. And that's where you'll find little tidbits about what's going on with me other than just the meetup events. Also, I'm going to drop the link to my website because I strongly encourage you to go to my website, scroll down towards the bottom of the front page, and sign up for my newsletter. While I am gone in June, one of the moon events will be recorded and the link will be sent out via the newsletter. And I think I'll start doing more recordings that way too. So make sure you're signed up for my newsletter. And the last card to close out this week. What do we need to know, Spirit, to help us get into this week, to help us clear away what's not serving us, spring cleaning, to step into this fire energy? What do we need to know, Spirit? I'm feeling that one. Oh, I don't like that one. That one is aligning. Okay, let me tell you what I pulled. I don't like it. because I don't like giving predictions like this. So I'm going to read the card because it might be relevant to somebody, and then I'm going to stamp my disclaimer on it. It says, you think someone is lying? They are. Now, let me also preface Seven of Wands. Remember I said, no, Seven of Swords. Remember I said the Seven of Swords meaning is deception, generally deception, like who's doing something that you're unaware of. So that's 2 times with the same message. So somebody needs to hear this. However, my disclaimer, I would never tell someone in a reading that person is lying to you. What I would say, this is how I would phrase it, and this is how Spirit has advised me to phrase it, is there's something you are not seeing. So take that with a grain of salt. Maybe somebody needed to hear that somebody is lying, and maybe that's why Spirit gave me that card. But I would say there's something that you are not seeing. And this is why, because lies are so subjective. Lies, the truth is so subjective. And so I am very hesitant to say, I can tell you, if I'm reading for you and I see that you are lying, the hell yeah, I'm gonna tell you you're lying. But I'm not gonna tell you somebody else is lying because I'm not reading their energy. So what I'm gonna say is, we pulled 2 of these cards about deception. Somebody needs to look beneath the surface about a conversation, a relationship, a situation. There is something that is not being seen or completely understood. That's what I say when I get those cards that talk about deception and lying. But let me move on to the other card that we're really going to close out with. And this is from the deck, Rebel deck, which was a gift from my dear friend. The Oracle with Attitude. And this card I really like. Let's close out with this one because this is right in line with that abundance card that I pulled. Dollar bills, y'all. And on the other side, it says, make it rain. Woohoo! That's that fire energy. Whatever that fire energy is telling you to do this week, do it and let that be your pathway to abundance. That's what I'm going to say. That's what I'm going to close out on. Thank you all for coming. Please sign up for the newsletter. A lot of information will be coming out in the newsletter as I take it easy during the summer. I'm not going to be doing a lot of events other than my moon events and my Monday events and my Wednesday meditation. So make sure you're in that newsletter so you see the other information I'm putting out and you're aware of where I'm at and what I'm doing when I'm not here on Meetup. I love you all. Have a wonderful week. Manifest. These messages are not for you to just say, oh, that was nice. No, these are for you to manifest. Be creators of your life. Go forth, create a wonderful, abundant life. All right. I love you all. Have a great week.